Hey! Wait, that's the wrong bird. Wait a second. It has to be here somewhere. Found it. Hey, this is a guide to the French because they are the best faction. I'm gonna show you how to start with the French and how to use the right tactics to win every game. The French advantage is that they have strong infantry and the best rifles in the game. They have pretty standard cavalry and have a bad roster in terms of artillery. You should never play in Age of Glory because you don't have your good rifles. Play 1000 or 1500 because all other amounts are boring to play. Play with 12 or more orders. Germany has very good artillery, so you have to rush the artillery down as fast as you can. Go on the offensive. If you don't go on the offensive, you are just gonna die. After the artillery is dead, you are gonna retreat. Britain has less units than you, and they are pretty much the same as Germany. Against the Russians, you should field more infantry and play defensively. The Ottomans are pretty much the same as Russia, just not as threatening. I'm not gonna cover other factions because I have less experience with them. You don't know with what units you should play? Here are some good examples. You could use 7 Garde Mobile and 4 Dragoons. This is good because you have much cavalry to rush down the enemy artillery. You also can use 4 Garde Mobile and 2 Tirols, 2 Lancers and 1 Hussar. You have better infantry. This is great to hold the enemy back. You also have more expensive cavalry that is good to rush the enemy artillery down so your infantry doesn't get killed. You should never go on the offensive if you have the same amount of troops as the enemy. Battle tactics are one of the most important things in fire and maneuver. Also, I will not cover fire at will because it is too strong and will maybe get patched. Have in mind that you have better infantry for the price. Now let's get to this position. Both players have 3 infantry and 2 cavalry. Because the enemy has no artillery, it is good to play defensively. You should focus fire at the enemy infantry and then retreat. This helps that you don't take too much damage. You can push your cavalry forward so the enemy cavalry cannot flank you. When the enemy infantry crumbles, you should go on the offensive and flank the enemy cavalry. Let's get to the next position. Now the enemy has the artillery and we have to rush it down with our cavalry. Maybe we have 3 or 4 cavalry, depends on what you play. The enemy can now retreat or go on the offensive. If they retreat, you just push with your infantry and attack them. If they attack you, you retreat like in the last position. The French cavalry can be used in different ways. You can use it like we did before. You can also use the cavalry behind the lines. Why, you ask? Because you can sweep in if you see a weakened infantry and crush it. Be in a march column at the start of the game and then switch to line formation. Don't sacrifice any troops because the French troops are also strong if they are scattered and don't need to be sacrificed for minimal gains. What I showed you in this video are how to play the French quantity-based, but you could also play them quality-based. This video got very short. If you need more infos to other faction, just go watch Literally a Turkey's video. He made a guide to the Ottomans. I would like some feedback. I know my English is bad, so don't comment that. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed it and now go play the French.